When you said Jimmy was in here, I didn't know if you meant Spencer or Johnson.
If you look at over the years and what his mouth has done for him, it got my biggest fan, Jimmy Spencer, to punch him in the face.
That's great. It means I'm in his head, and if I'm in his head, then he's got to worry about us running through this chase.
My first option is not to tear up race cars. I have too much respect for the guys working on my race cars, and too much respect for Roger Penske and his organization to take it out there. So that's not my goal. It's not my objective. And I made zero contact with Kurt at Pocono until once he hit me, then I leaned on him back. But when I went to break the draft, I never touched him, and then he instigated the contact. So that's not my goal. And then what he said, you were standing there, you heard it. He said plenty.
I think the line was when he swerved at us to say, I guess yesterday he said he was trying to break the draft. That's not a move of a five-time champion. That's the move of a guy that has had an issue with a guy like me. We've raced each other hard, and I've been spun out and wrecked a few times, and we both know that we look at each other very sternly, and that's great competition. So that blends into rubbing and racing. When you have a history with a guy, you just don't forget about it. I learned from one of the greats about how to keep a memory on who does you right or who does you wrong, and that was Jimmy Spencer. He taught me a lot.
The way that things are handled on the track sets the tone from there on out. And if it turns into wrecking cars, man, that's the worst situation you can have going into the chase. Because as soon as that driver, if he is a chase driver, or if not, he holds all the power and all the cards. And at some point, he can just dump you. But if it's something other, if it's verbal, if it's a dislike situation between some drivers, and you just make it difficult on one another when you're around each other and shoot each other the bird on the straightaways, and it's fine. But when it turns into tearing up race cars, that's the part that no one wants to have happen, and things rarely get to that level. So you just kind of roll with it.